jelly, Your Majesty.
I suddenly feel a great deal better.
She has requested Mr. Kareem be her personal footman.
What can they be talking about?
What is a mango?
The queen of fruit.
I would like a mango.
They only grow in India.
Well, I'm Empress of India, so I have 1 cent.
Hi everyone, Vegas Film Critic here, Jeffrey K. Howard, here to review the historical drama Victoria and Abdul, based on true events, or should I say inspired by true events. You know, you're in for a dramatic kind of license of a movie where they're going to take dramatic liberties. When the very beginning of the film, this is based on true events mostly, you know, so they really embellished with the story of this movie. But you know what? We get a real entertaining look at this historical drama. And just to set up the film, we have Queen Victoria, who's, you know, one of the more frumpy queens, you know, is... never mind, it's from Yellowbeard, if you know that movie. So Dame Judy Dench. Say that 3 times fast. So Dame Judy Dench plays Queen Victoria, who's towards the end of her life, the end of her reign, and she is just a miserable queen. She, you know, if you understand royals, I guess, they never get to do anything by themselves. They never get to be anywhere by themselves, or they're always constantly being, you know, catered to, pampered to, their daily schedules. I mean, can you imagine, you know, she just doesn't have any time for herself her whole life. So she's been miserable. She's never had true love, but maybe once, but her husband died decades ago. So she's really trapped in her castle. She's trapped in her life. And all of a sudden, this clerk from India shows up, uneducated, you know, basically one step away from being, you know, a poverty slave level in India, as you can imagine, in the late 19th century, shows up. He's chosen because of his height. He's chosen because of his height to present her with an award or a medal, being the Empress of India, you know, and so that was it. And she's just all of a sudden takes a shine to him. And she all of a sudden starts commanding, I want him here tomorrow when I'm going to the garden for a tea party. I want him here to do, and she just starts all of a sudden turning the household upside down. And they're like, why in the world, and the racism too, why in the world is this Indian guy, you know, around the queen constantly? Because then she starts exerting her authority and saying, look, I'm the queen, you're going to do what I tell you. Everybody leave the room. You know, I want to be alone with him. And she's going to go tell me about India. You know, I can never go there, but, you know, explain to me, you know, your life and all. So she just really is curious about his journey from India to England. And not only that, you know, he's Islamic. So she starts teaching the queen of all the different Islamic words and all the Arabic and all that. So of course there's so many things that causes an outcry in Buckingham Palace, you know, that they think the queen is actually losing her mind, that she's going crazy. Now, Abdul's played by Ali Fazal. I hope I'm saying your name right. He's so charming in the movie. He really is, because he actually cares about the queen, and he just delivers this performance of respect, of you know, using the queen as she's almost like childlike, you know, learning something new, something that's different than her humdrum daily life that she can't stand anymore. And also we have Eddie Izzard, who plays her son, who's just absolutely mad with power. You know, he treats the queen terribly, even though that's his own mother. And it's so funny because Eddie Izzard, if you know his routines, you know, if you know his concert, his Dress to Kill, he talks about Queen Victoria in his routine, in his comedy stand-up. So it's so funny for him. You know, she was the Empress of India. She never even went there. I mean, there's a whole piece he does on that, and now he's in the movie. So I'm so curious to find out if he was cast in this film solely because the director or the producers saw that stand-up. And not only that, Eddie Izzard's a tremendous actor. He really is. He can do comedy. He can do drama. You know, remember Valkyrie with Tom Cruise? I love Eddie Izzard. I'm just a tremendous fan of his. So this is one of those English movies that could be a room with a view, where it's good, but it's so slow and kind of dull, or it can be just kind of a fast-paced kind of parody, you know, loose with the facts, and it's a good romp, right? It was fun, okay? Because, you know, Dame Judy Dench is just amazing in this. She's definitely to be remembered around awards time, and it's just a fun kind of look at somebody, the Queen of England, who is just in this high tower, and this guy just comes in out of nowhere and just turns everything upside down, driving the establishment crazy. So this was a good time. This was a really fun time. So check out Victoria and Abdul. All right, for more reviews and interviews, surf on over to my website, vegasfilmcritic.com. Social media time. That's right. I have a Facebook, a Twitter, and an Instagram. Make sure you get on there and tell me what you thought of Victoria and Abdul. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe, share, comment below. I'd love to hear from you. I'm Jeffrey K. Howard in Las Vegas. Thank you so much for joining me. See you next time.